first we have this feeding hopper here. No matter for which kind of processing line, for example like the Gary processing line, starch processing line, we all use about this feeding hopper at the first place, because at the bottom for this equipment there is the vibration equipment here to keep vibrating, to make sure all the materials get into this line in order to make sure to lower the pressure for the later equipment, and to like it is keep vibrating, so all the materials will get into the line in the process, so it will not easy to cause the problems of clog, or like it is all like rush to one equipment in a really short time, that will cause a really big pressure for the equipment. So this is the first one, to make sure this whole processing line working smoothly, working in order. And then we got this build conveyor, and right now you guys can check, this is our build conveyor. It is not the very important one, but it is like the most essential one to do the transportation job. And then it is our first equipment. I would like to see that, because for this one you guys can see this is our dry sieve, and it adopt a really special design as its inside. So when this dry sieve rotating, all the raw material will also keep rotating with the dry sieve to remove about the heavy and big impurities, for example like the weeds, like the mud, like the some stones, because when the equipment it is rotating, there is a really special design it is adopted. So all the raw material will keep rotating and also pushing the raw materials forward to do the transportation job. And during the gap between the equipment, that is the outlet for the impurities, to make sure for this one it is not only the equipment to remove about the impurity, but also it is the equipment to do the transportation job. So it is a really high efficient equipment, and normally we will set this equipment at outside of the whole workshop to make sure like the whole workshop it is totally clean, and like the worker can easily to remove about the impurities, and to make sure everything it is in order. And then after this dry sieve, we will get into this equipment. To be specific, this one you guys can check here, that is our paddle washing equipment. It is widely used in cassava starch processing line, because for potato and sweet potato we totally using a different equipment to do the washing job. And for this one you guys may notice there it is actually like the double slot. It is actually like the double slot according to the washing difficulties and according to the dirt adhesion degrees. We can design it like into a single slot or double slot or triple slot, multi-slot according to your needs. And by the way, for this paddle washing equipment, it is totally adopt like the counter current washing principle, which can make sure all the equipments, all the materials can washing really clean. I mean, when all the material get into this equipment, it is flowed, it is like go in this way, but the water current it is totally against its way, to make sure all the materials, all the cassava tubers can wash it totally clean. And for potato and for sweet potato, we normally, hi, how are you, visitor? I'm watching line on the product details page, and if you do interested about any of the equipment here, you can just type a stop or type something to let me know that you're here and you are interested about this one. Welcome, Christine. Welcome. And this is our paddle washing equipment in the cassava starch processing line. And if you do want to start your own cassava starch business, you can all comment in the comment area to let me know, or you can just directly contact to our assistant. Anyway, let's back to the processing line. This one, it is called paddle washing equipment, and we do have another type washing equipment for the materials. We do have the rotary washing equipment that is more suitable for potato and sweet potato, because sweet potato, its size is more like bigger and thick, but like cassava tubers, it is more like those fruits of like long and thin materials. So according to the different materials, we do have different equipment to make it. So before you contact to us, you can also tell us what is your materials, potato or sweet potato, because according to different materials, we adopted different equipments to accomplish the whole processing line. So before you start your own business, you can all comment here, welcome Tyser, welcome to the line. Anyway, let's keep checking about this. Is our paddle washing equipment, and it is totally adopted counter current washing principle. The materials go in this way, and the water current is totally against its way, to make sure that all the materials washing totally clean. And of course, there is the bottom net to set at the bottom for inside of this equipment. It can easily to collect about the fine sand, about the small stones, and there are customer provides viewers me curious, how does this equipment adopt counter current washing principle? Because at the bottom for this equipment, like the very bottom for this equipment, there are two valves. Normally we will turn on one of the valve. We will turn on one of the valves, so the water current will totally against to this way, so that we can adopt the counter current washing principle. Welcome water Wardono. Alright, let's keep checking. After this paddle washing equipment, we do have other steps to make sure all the materials it is like totally clean. And by the way, talking about this one, you guys can check over here. You might see there are a lot of water pipe. It is adopted in this line. In the paddle washing equipment, we adopt reusing water, but at the over this part, can you guys see that? This part, the outlet part, we are using about the clear water, or we can or we call it like the new water, to make sure all the materials after this equipment it is totally clean.